3, 2.
A powerful robot from China is now moving, thinking and reacting in ways that feel almost human. It can fight, balance, and recover with shocking control. People around the world are starting to feel both amazed and uneasy. Has technology just taken a bold step too far? Or are we only seeing the beginning of something bigger? The robot company that chose power over friendliness. The narrative surrounding humanoid robots has remained unchanged for a long time. People are consistently surprised by machines folding shirts, performing backflips, and handling objects with precision without spilling anything. This continuous display of technological advancement serves as a clear indication that progress is continuously being made. Upon closer inspection, one can always find something lacking. These robots exhibit slow movement and display cautious behavior. They appear delicate, as if a single misstep could cause them to topple. While they are certainly impressive, they lack a sense of strength and readiness for the practical world. Engine AI made the decision to alter the narrative in that moment. Rather than conforming to the norm, they decided to take a daring approach. Rather than creating gentle and delicate machines like others, they proposed a radical idea. What if robots were designed to be formidable instead of friendly? What if their purpose was to be resilient, sturdy, and prepared for unpredictable situations? Engine AI is a robotics firm located in Shenzhen. Right from the start, their aim set them apart. Rather than focusing on creating endearing products, they aimed to develop robust creations that could withstand unforeseen challenges. Their humanoid robot, the T-800, is at the core of their vision. This robot wasn't created to delicately handle items or showcase minor skills. It was constructed to withstand pressure, to endure impacts and continue functioning, to remain sturdy in conditions where the majority of machines would falter. The concept is simple yet impactful. The world is often chaotic and unpredictable, lacking order or safety. Breakdowns and failures are common occurrences, and during such times, a fragile robot is ineffective. What is required is a solution that can overcome obstacles without hesitation. The strength and focus demonstrated by Engine AI is also evident in its story. The establishment of the company can be traced back to Xiao Tongyang, an individual with extensive experience in the robotics industry. It was not a sudden decision for him, as his journey began years ago with a curiosity for connected devices. Through years of exploration, he gained valuable insights into how machines operate in their environment. Afterwards, he shifted his focus to creating humanoid robots, a challenging endeavor that demanded perseverance, intricate contemplation, and unwavering confidence in the potential of robotics. He dedicated his time and effort to developing a significant innovation. Over time, his attention changed once more. He started collaborating with various kinds of robots, such as those with four-legged walking capability. This enabled him to grasp concepts of stability, motion, and the potential for machines to thrive in challenging surroundings. After acquiring this new knowledge, he reached a conclusion. He resolved to utilize all his newfound skills to create something innovative, something more resilient, something distinct. The creation of Engine AI was a result of that particular decision. The organization was officially founded in Shenzhen, a hub of creativity and technological advancement. The individuals comprising the team were not randomly chosen, as several of them had previous experience working alongside each other. They came equipped with expertise, talent, and a unified goal. The goal was evident: create robots that can confidently navigate the physical environment. Instead of following the crowd by building robots for controlled environments, Engine AI took a different route by concentrating on creating machines that can operate in challenging, chaotic, and potentially hazardous settings where toughness, speed, and dependability are crucial. The T-800 embodies a certain attitude. It is more than just a machine. It makes a bold statement. It challenges the idea that robotics must conform to a single approach. But what was this robot like? The robot built for strength and motion. The T-800 is anything but the typical humanoid robot. It doesn't aim to appear friendly or delicate. Rather, it is designed to be tough, reliable, and prepared for any situation. Its appearance immediately conveys that it is meant for complex and demanding activities. Standing at approximately 1.8 meters in height, the robot exudes a lifelike presence. Crafted from aviation-grade aluminum panels, its body is meticulously designed for a specific purpose. The material used ensures the robot remains agile while being robust enough to withstand significant force. Resistant to bending and capable of withstanding pressure, the T-800 derives its strength from the delicate equilibrium between weight and durability. The robot's body contains strong motors that control its movements. These motors are capable of generating over 450 Newton-meters of torques, which enables the robot to exert a significant amount of rotational force. This amount of power exceeds the capabilities of many skilled athletes. As a result, the robot is able to move with strength, balance, and precision. However, sheer power is not the only factor at play. The T-800 is engineered to not only possess strength, but also to observe and comprehend its surroundings. Equipped with a comprehensive 360-degree LiDAR system and stereo cameras, this robot can continuously scan its environment. This enables it to constantly monitor its surroundings, adapt its stance, modify its gait, and respond to obstacles seamlessly as it navigates its path. The robot is able to navigate through intricate environments smoothly because it is constantly vigilant. It does not follow predetermined routes or basic commands. Rather, it makes decisions on the go by thinking and adapting rapidly. One more key aspect to note is the battery longevity of the T-800. When engaged in active use, it has the ability to operate for a maximum of 4 hours. This doesn't just apply to when it's stationary or moving at a low pace. The device is capable of continuous motion, carrying out tasks and adapting its behavior for extended periods without any breaks. But even with all these, the world needed convincing, and Enginal delivered it in the best ways possible, the kick that changed everything. The emergence of the T-800 on the internet sparked disbelief among viewers due to its incredible speed, balance, and precision in movement. The humanoid robot exhibited remarkable capabilities, such as spinning, stepping, and delivering powerful kicks that seemed almost surreal. The flawless execution of these actions made everything appear too precise, seamless, and orchestrated. Doubt rapidly permeated every corner. A lot of individuals suggested that the video must have been created using a computer. Some argued that the laws of physics did not align with what was shown in the video. There were those who thought that the footage had been manipulated to deceive viewers. The concept of an actual machine moving in such a way seemed too advanced for its time. It turned into a situation where the more visually striking something appears, the less likely people are to believe in it. The response was grasped by Engine AI. They were aware that displaying statistics and characteristics alone wouldn't suffice. A mere rundown of capabilities wouldn't sway anyone. What people required was tangible evidence, something that couldn't be rationalized. The business took a daring leap. Zhao Tongyang, the mastermind of the project, took the forefront. Rather than staying in the shadows or making announcements, he decided to demonstrate the robot's capabilities firsthand. Clad in protective attire, he entered a room and confronted the T-800 head-on. There was no separation or obstacle, only the creator and his creation. Following this, he issued a straightforward instruction. The robot is in motion. He landed a powerful sidekick on his body. It had an instant effect, causing him to collapse on the mat, struggling to maintain his balance. Despite wearing protective gear, the strength of the kick was evident. It was not a gentle nudge, but instead a display of genuine force. He openly discussed the incident after it occurred, emphasizing the importance of wearing protective gear to prevent more severe consequences. He also mentioned that the machine he constructed had the potential to inflict significant damage. The creator's candidness caught people off guard. The message wasn't carefully crafted, but rather genuine, demonstrating the creator's own reverence for the impact of his creation. The fall was not the most significant aspect of that moment. What occurred afterwards was unexpected. The T-800 remained stable and in control after the kick, quickly readjusting itself to a steady and upright position without any signs of imbalance, shaking, or difficulty in recovery. It remained in place, firm and prepared, as if no event had occurred. This specific element completely altered the course of events. Prior to that instance, there was a widespread belief that a machine of this kind could not effectively combine power and control. It was commonly thought that if a robot operated at high speed, it would inevitably lose its stability. Moreover, if it delivered a forceful blow, it would face difficulties in regaining its composure. It was widely accepted that there had to be a flaw or vulnerability somewhere within the machine. The T-800 did not display any obvious flaws. It administered power effectively while maintaining authority. It swiftly maneuvered and maintained stability simultaneously. It responded, adapted, and recalibrated seamlessly. People were forced to stop by that mixture. The video gained popularity rapidly. It was viewed, shared, and discussed by an increasing number of individuals. Initial skepticism eventually transformed into interest, which in turn led to acceptance. Shortly thereafter, another occurrence reinforced that emerging belief. In Shenzhen, a robot made an appearance in a crowded public area, known for its vibrant energy. The location is constantly bustling with individuals, families, and commotion. The environment is lively, bustling, and full of surprises. This area is so lively that anything out of the ordinary quickly catches the eye. And despite all odds, an unusual occurrence occurred. The T-800 strolled with a cluster of officers, staying in step with them in the center of their group. It maintained an even pace, showing no signs of falling behind or moving clumsily. It remained in formation, composed and precise. People were observed. Phones were presented to the public. The machine garnered attention as it moved through the area. However, there was no sense of alarm or anxiety. Instead, onlookers displayed a calm and inquisitive demeanor as they attempted to comprehend the object before them. The robot's appearance was not what made the moment impactful. It was its unassuming movement that stood out. It moved with unwavering grace, never faltering or hesitating. Its footsteps were confident and purposeful, fitting seamlessly into its surroundings as if it was meant to be there. There was no hint of difficulty or uncertainty. It just shifted. The environment was not artificially controlled like a lab setting. It was a chaotic and unpredictable place, bustling with noise and activity. Despite this, the robot maintained its composure and navigated through with precision. Understanding the true significance of this particular moment is crucial. This was not a complete deployment, as the robot was not making independent decisions. Rather, it was simply executing pre-programmed movement patterns in order to assess its performance in real-life scenarios. The objective was straightforward. It was to observe its interactions with individuals, to collect information, to understand the ways in which machines and people coexist. The Robot League. In early February, amidst the calm, a groundbreaking announcement was made that went beyond just the introduction of a new robot or test. Engine AI made history by unveiling the world's inaugural commercial humanoid robot, Combat League. Initially, it seemed like a form of amusement, the sound of a bell ringing, teams going head-to-head, and robots battling in actual competitions created an atmosphere of excitement. However, underneath the surface, a more profound significance was at play. This did not only consist of battling in matches. It was a structure created for the purpose of acquiring knowledge. The arrangement was straightforward and easily comprehensible. 16 teams were present, each equipped with a humanoid robot of full size. The robots were introduced into an actual arena, similar to competitors in a conventional contest. The event consisted of rounds, well-defined regulations, and unambiguous results. Every competition consisted of 3 rounds. During each round, the robots engaged in various actions such as attacking, defending, and responding to each other. If a robot became incapacitated and could not recover within 10 seconds, the round would be declared over. Additionally, if a human intervention was required to reboot the robot twice in a single round, it was considered a technical defeat. The robot took care of everything within the circle on its own. The human team gathered at the corner to discuss tactics and make minor tweaks during breaks. However, once the game started, the machine operated independently, choosing its own actions such as movement, attacking, defending, and recovering. This is the unique feature that set the system apart. The robots were operating autonomously, reacting to external stimuli such as pressure, impact, and motion without any manual intervention. Every team in the league originated from various sources. A few were affiliated with academic institutions, while others hailed from fledgling robotics firms. There were also individual builders boasting innovative concepts and unconventional methods. Engine AI surprised everyone with its actions. Every team received a complimentary T-800 robot. This gift was significant, as every machine was a result of extensive effort, creativity, and importance. Despite this, all 16 teams were given one before the contest started, ensuring that everyone began on equal footing. However, the ultimate outcome would depend on how each team utilized their machine. A prize was also awaiting at the conclusion. The champions would be awarded a championship belt, crafted from pure gold, weighing 10 kilograms and possessing substantial worth. The prized possession had the ability to capture interest and create enthusiasm among spectators. However, the main objective was not to win the prize. The main objective was to collect information. Valuable data was generated with each passing moment in the arena. The system documented the robot's ability to maintain balance as it moved forward. The impact of a strike was carefully monitored by the system, including how the force was transferred through the robot's body. The system also analyzed the recovery process of the robot, noting the duration it took and any modifications that were implemented. No resources went unused. Every action, every stumble, every bounce back contributed to an expanding reservoir of information. Testing in a typical laboratory is carefully controlled, with stable conditions and precise movements being repeated. However, these controlled conditions have their limitations, as they do not effectively simulate the unpredictability and disorder of real-life situations. This association completely altered the situation. Robots encountered surprising behavior in this scenario. They were subjected to various levels of pressure. Their response was swift and adapted to sudden and unforeseeable changes. They were pushed past basic assessments and thrust into genuine trials. This led to a unique style of education. Testing one robot in a laboratory provides limited information, whereas the data exponentially increases with multiple teams, matches, and rounds. Every battle introduces unique patterns. Every error uncovers valuable insights, and every triumph showcases effective strategies. Over the course of time, a robust learning framework is established. Engine AI developed a method for their robots to enhance their skills by engaging in practical situations. They established a framework that allowed the machines to handle challenges, adjust, and grow in resilience. The teams possibly view it as a rivalry, concentrating on victory in games while enhancing their tactics. However, they are also contributing to a bigger cause simultaneously. They are assisting in the robot's advancement. This type of examination is recognized for accelerating advancement. When machines are exposed to authentic and demanding scenarios, they acquire knowledge more rapidly compared to tranquil settings. The disparity is significant and can greatly diminish the time needed for development. The year the world finally believed. In history, there are certain instances when a sudden and profound transformation takes place, not gradual or silent, but rather a change that prompts people to pause and take notice. The year 2026 marked one of those significant moments. While Engine AI focused on testing robots in urban areas and battle arenas, a different company was gearing up for a grander endeavor. Their aim was not only to entertain a limited audience, but to captivate the widest viewership possible. The China Spring Festival Gala was held on that stage. Each year, over 1 billion spectators come together to enjoy this event. Families gather to witness showcases that honor culture, customs, and skill. This is not the time for taking chances. This is a platform where flawless execution is essential. However, Unitree made the choice to accept the risk. Their humanoid robots made a grand appearance on a February evening, accompanied by children who shared the stage spotlight with them. This exceptional performance captured the attention of millions worldwide. Everyone was surprised by what happened next. The robots were not just doing basic movements like waving their arms or marching in sync. Instead, they were executing an entire martial arts sequence, showcasing intricate maneuvers that demanded precise balance, timing, and mastery over their entire body. They executed their movements with accuracy, transitioning their body weight from one step to the next effortlessly, engaging in spinning actions, synchronized attacks, and fluid routines that typically require extensive practice to perfect. Every action required concentration and deliberate management. However, the primary focus was not only their movement, but also their methods of operation. Each robot that was on that platform operated independently. No invisible figures were manipulating them surreptitiously. No invisible strings or distant instructions were leading the way. Every machine interacted with its surroundings independently and chose its actions spontaneously through its own operating system. They collaborated, synchronizing their actions to maintain a flawless sense of harmony. The danger was substantial. Just one error could have drastically affected the entire show. Whether it was a stumble, a pause, or an incorrect move, it would have been witnessed by a large audience. However, a remarkable occurrence took place. No robots experienced a fall. The continuous flow was uninterrupted at all times. They executed the entire sequence flawlessly, displaying a surprising level of precision and dependability. It was more than just remarkable. It seemed like a pivotal moment. To grasp the significance of this moment, it is beneficial to reflect on events from just 1 year ago. Unitree had showcased a distinct set of robots in their last show. These robots executed a straightforward dance routine with repetitive movements and basic steps. It seemed sophisticated and thrilling back then. Upon revisiting it, the object appeared to belong to a period long past. Just 1 year separated those two moments, but the disparity between them was noticeable. It demonstrated the rapid advancement of technology. Following the demonstration of martial arts, an even more remarkable sight emerged. A fresh robot with human-like features made its entrance. Adorned in intricate armor, reminiscent of the Monkey King, it wielded a sword and exuded a sense of assurance. Below, a quadrupedal robot resembling a mythical cloud from ancient tales was also on display. Together, they constructed a setting that exuded vibes of both the past and the future simultaneously. Everything needed to operate flawlessly, and it indeed functioned without any issues. Something more profound lay beneath the surface of the exquisite appearance and impressive functionality. These robots were created with more than just entertainment in mind. Their main purpose is to function dependably even in high-stress situations. Their abilities were put to the test in a challenging setting. A live broadcast viewed by an audience of over 1 billion. Building such a high level of trust is not something that happens overnight. Simultaneously, the price of these machines was becoming more affordable. Technology that once appeared out of reach was now becoming more accessible in daily life. These robots were no longer limited to being rare trials. They were evolving into tangible products with practical worth. Upon taking a step back and examining the whole situation, a coherent image starts to emerge. Engine AI demonstrated the ability of robots to manage external pressure, motion, and actual circumstances. Their devices were capable of enduring hits, bouncing back, and persisting in their tasks. The Robot Battle League demonstrated that robots can enhance their learning abilities by facing actual challenges. Participating in each match contributed to the expansion of their knowledge base, resulting in the system becoming more powerful. Unitree also demonstrated something equally significant. They demonstrated the reliability of robots in a large public setting, providing evidence of their flawless performance under pressure. Each of these actions are intertwined with one another. Each patrol on the streets gathers information on movement and spatial dynamics. Every altercation provides insight into physical resilience and recuperation. Every public display cultivates reliability and attracts interest. They work in tandem to form a continual process, a system that constantly acquires knowledge, enhances itself, and expands. The significance of 2026 stemmed from this very fact. It wasn't simply a single advancement, but a series of simultaneous transformations. It marked the point where resilience, education, and confidence intersected. Once the cycle initiates movement, stopping it becomes challenging. The entire globe is now paying greater attention than before. A change is evidently taking place, and this time, it feels authentic.